What's going on, YouTube? I'm back with another one for you. Today I'm gonna be doing a review on an optic. Um, this is the EOTECH XPS2. This is an optic that I've had for going on a year now. So I have some experience shooting it. I've shot it quite a few times. I like it, so I can give a pretty good review on and my impressions on it. I think it's a very good optic. I've done a review on another optic before that I consider to be a budget optic. This one I don't consider to be a budget optic. This is I'm gonna say a little bit higher end. Not the most expensive optic you can buy, but in my opinion, it doesn't come cheap. But cheap is relative. It depends on your budget. But I paid uh, over $400. So this optic comes in at probably between $400 and $500. So in my opinion, it's not cheap, but it is a very good optic, which is why I'm going to give a review on it, and I'm also going to show how to install it. But before we get too deep into it, I want to take the time to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel. I want to thank everybody who's liked the videos, and I want to thank everybody who's commented on the videos, especially the people who've given advice. I want you to know that I do read it all, and I will be taking, that's one of the reasons why I got into this YouTube thing, was for the advice, and I will be taking you guys' advice. So keep it coming, and if you enjoy my content, remember to like, comment, and subscribe on the videos. It's really helping the channel grow. So like I said, I wanted to thank everybody. But now let's get into this EOTECH XPS2. I'm going to take a closer look at it, and I'm also going to install it on a weapon. So here we are, taking a closer look at this EOTECH XPS2 optic. This, like I said, this is a real nice optic. It's not cheap. Like I said earlier, it comes in between $400 and $500. Probably closer to the $500 mark. So like I said, it's not cheap, but you get what you pay for. One thing I do want to say about this optic is that brand new, it comes in a nice hard plastic case, foam line case with a couple tools in it. I don't know where mine is. It somehow got misplaced. I'm going to stick with the old saying that I don't lose things too often, but when I do, it's usually because my wife moved it. Because I was keeping that thing in a certain place and I didn't move it, and somehow it walked off. So, but the good thing about it is to install this thing, you don't really need a specialty tool. All you need is an Allen key. This is the one I use. This is just one that I had laying around that I found that fits it. And you don't need any special tools for the windage and elevation. You can just use a flathead screwdriver for that, and also for the cover for your battery compartment. So it's real simple to operate, even if you lose the tools that come with it. But like I said, it's a real nice optic. I like the real big sight picture. It's sturdy. It's has this nice aluminum hood that goes over the optic, the glass, in case you drop it, it prevents it from breaking it. That makes it very durable. It does take a CR123A battery, which it comes with. I can't remember exactly what the battery life is, but it works good for me. I've had this thing, like I said, for about a year, and I've taken it to the range a number of times, and the battery is not getting low on me. What I will be doing is replacing it every year, because I'm not going to let it get low, because it is being used for my primary home defense firearm, so I'm not going to take chances with it. But it does have an indicator. It says that when the battery gets low, when you go to turn it on, that it'll blink 3 times, I believe. So, but that hasn't happened to me. And like I said, I've shot this thing a number of times. So I think the battery life is good. I'm not a Navy SEAL, special ops guy, Call of Duty type guy. You know, I'm just looking for home defense. So home and self-defense. So it works fine for me. You can see I do need to clean the glass. Got a couple smudges on it, but I'll get around to that. It's also waterproof, submergible up to about 10 feet, I believe. So, you know, like I said, it's a high quality optic. It's like I said, it's not budget in my opinion, but like I said, you know, when you're going for home defense, self-defense, you really don't want the cheapest thing you can find. You want something that's going to work. The operation is really simple. It only has 2 buttons. As you can see, you have a up and a down arrow. And in between, you see where it says off. So to turn it on, you'll just hit one of these buttons. It's real easy to turn on. Let's see if we can see the circle. There it is. So there's your reticle. It's the circle and the dot reticle, which EOTECH is known for. Like I said, these are also your brightness adjustment. So let's get a picture of that. See if we can get it in focus. I had it. There it is. So you just hit this. You see it goes up in brightness. Hit the down arrow. It goes down. And to turn it off, you just, let's get it bright. To turn it off, you just hit both buttons simultaneously. And it's off. Now, one other thing is that when you turn it on, if you turn it on with this up button, it does have an auto shut off feature. So if you turn it on with this up button, it will stay on for 8 hours. If you turn it on with this down button, it stays on for 4 hours. So I think that's a pretty cool feature. But other than that, the only other functions you have are your elevation and your windage screws, which you can just use a typical flathead screwdriver for, butter knife, whatever you want to use, and also your cover for your battery compartment, which also you can use a flathead screwdriver or butter knife. And then it has this tether to prevent you from losing the cover, which I think is nice. But this is a real high quality optic. Like I said, it's not the best optic on the market, but I think for your average consumer, I think it's a real nice buy. If you want to spend a little bit of money on a quality optic, which I don't mind. I love the large field of view that you get with this thing. Makes it really easy to acquire targets, especially when you're talking about shooting with both eyes open. You know, it works really good for close quarters and also all the way out to about 100 yards and probably more. I don't shoot farther than 100 yards if I even shoot out to 100 yards. So for me, this thing works perfectly fine. So now that we've discussed the specs, I'm going to go ahead and show you how quick and easily this thing installs on a weapon. Okay, YouTube, so we're back. I'm going to do the install on the EOTECH. I'm putting it on my CMMG Banshee. If you watch my previous videos, I've already done another review on this gun. If you want to see a detailed review on it, go check out my other videos. But this is my primary home defense firearm, so that's why I'm adding this optic on it. If you watched the other video, you see I had another optic on it. I decided to switch to this one because, like I said, this is my home defense firearm and I like the large sight picture. So first thing I'm going to do is show that the gun is clear. This magazine is empty. Gun is not loaded. Let's pull back the charging handle so people can see. Nothing in the gun. Let's point this gun in a safe direction. Pull the trigger. There we go. So we've shown that the gun is clear. Now, like I said, the only thing you need to install this sight is an Allen key. Actually, the tool that came with it was very similar. This is just one that I had laying around that I found that fits it. So this is your screw that you're going to use to install it. I've already loosened it up. So now I looked it up through EOTECH, and from what they say you want to install this thing with, you want to line the rear of your sight up with your brass deflector. So like I said, I just keep this screw depressed because you see you have this little piece that locks it onto your rail, and it goes on really simple. That's it. And then if I wasn't trying to film this, this would be a lot easier, but we're gonna hold it and then just gonna take the Allen key and tighten it up. Now I want to get it a little snug, but not too snug. I've never put any Loctite on this thing yet, but you can put some Loctite on it. I've never had the need, but you see how quick and easy that thing installs. So now, there it is. And this weapon has its new home. I mean, this sight has its new home. So what I'm going to do now is turn the camera around and try to give you a better picture, better idea of the sight picture that you get with this. Okay, so I turn the camera around, and even though this thing is not loaded, I'm still pointing it in the direction of a wall that I know that nobody is behind. So I'm going to turn it on. See if we can get a picture of the dot. There we go. So now you can see you have a really wide field of view, which I really like. Helps you acquire the target very fast. And it definitely works well with both eyes open. So that's why this sight is on my primary home defense firearm, because, you know, we're talking close quarters. You want to be able to acquire the target quick, and you definitely want to be able to keep both eyes open so you can utilize your peripheral vision. So there's your sight picture. So there you have it, folks. I've installed this EOTECH XPS2 on my CMMG Banshee. I'm going to show once again that this gun is still empty. Nothing in it. Nothing in it. So yeah, like I said, I really like this. I really like this sight. This is my favorite firearm. My go-to for home defense. I like it because it's a compact weapon. It's easy to maneuver around corners, and when you throw this sight in the mix, it's very easy to get on target really fast. And also another thing that I like is that this sight is heavier than the other sight that I had on here, which some people might think would have been a negative, but actually it's heavy enough where you can feel the difference, and the weapon kind of balances a little different, and I actually like the feel of it. So that's that. Real simple operation, real simple install, very good sight. Like I said, it's not cheap, but you get what you pay for. I like it, I'm satisfied with it. I will buy another one. So that's all for this video. If you like my content, like I said earlier, remember to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more content. Until then, have fun, get some shooting done, and as always, be safe. Peace. We are out.